Hi, everyone. So I'm at home today instead of in my office. And yeah, I guess I don't know why I'm telling you that. I guess because it looks different and I want to explain why. Yeah, so today we're going to talk about um, a technique we can use to calm down when we're trying to study and we feel too anxious. So I chose this topic based on the poll in the Facebook Live group, Facebook Procrastination group. Got the most votes, so that was easy. So I'm going to just kind of go through a little bit of the logic here. Homework can be stressful. Okay, so obviously it can be super stressful to get work done sometimes. Like we have like deadlines, we have all kinds of expectations on us, like sometimes made up by us and sometimes in reality. It can be really overwhelming. And also sometimes we can maybe there's some kind of missing information, like we're sitting down and we actually don't know quite what to do. And so we have this feeling of like, oh, I don't know how to do this. And that will just like spiral into a feeling of panic, whether we're aware of it or not. So some people may not realize that they're anxious, but often that is part of it. So let's see, what exactly is going on internally? So often, yeah, like I said, we can be thinking, oh, I don't know how to do this. I'm too stressed out. I don't feel like I can work right now because I'm stressed out. And so another part of it that we might not be fully aware of is that when we're anxious or stressed out, our body will tense up. Maybe our jaw will be clenched, or maybe we'll like be frowning and not realizing it. It's part of the like fight or flight freeze response that gets kicked in. Yeah, for more on that, I have that first video on the fight, flight, freeze response. And so basically, we're freaking out, and our body is also reacting that way. And sometimes we don't even notice. And I don't know if you've seen that meme that's going around that says something like, relax your shoulders and your jaw, or maybe just maybe it's the counselor circle I'm in. Anyways, usually if someone tells us to relax, we're like, oh, I didn't even realize I was tense. And so that's kind of underlying thing that can be going on when we're studying that makes us feel like we can't actually get work done. And so the next part of the cycle is trying to relax. And so, going and doing something completely different, trying to calm down enough to work, whether consciously or not. So I always think of it in this context when I'm working with someone. There's a concept called the window of tolerance. And basically, if you can imagine like a stream, and you're in the middle of the stream. And when you're in the middle of the stream, you're kind of in your flow zone. You can do this for hours. You're good. You're concentrating. You're really into it. Maybe you've experienced this when you're playing a game or when you're into some homework that you find really interesting. So kind of in the zone of like in the flow. And then the idea is that below being in the flow, we're kind of zoned out. We're not paying attention. We're kind of like too chill. Like we're maybe actually watching YouTube. We're like, I feel fine. Like I only feel good when I'm doing this. And this is like, we're just zoned out. And so on the other side of the river, maybe I need to start drawing things, but on the other side of this is the flow again. This is the window of tolerance that is zoned out. And then on the other side up here is way overstimulated and kind of freaking out. So feeling anxious, feeling overwhelmed. And so it's kind of about stress and it's kind of about focus. So we want to be able to get our bodies from the freak out zone into the flow zone without having to go into the total zone out zone without totally like giving up and just watching Netflix or something, which is fine when you're done your homework. But anyways, so here's a little thing to try next time you're sitting down to study. It's called progressive muscle relaxation. And you can pair it with slowing down your breathing in a calm way if you want, or you can just do the muscle relaxation. The good thing about muscle relaxation is once you calm all your muscles down, the rest of your body will calm down as well because it's using less blood to keep those tense muscles going, and it just kind of gets the message that everything's fine. So normally if I was with a person, we might look away, like I maybe say like, feel free to close your eyes, get your feet in a comfortable position. And if you're watching this in the library, like no one will probably notice if you just are following along, maybe not closing your eyes, but what we're going to do is actually go through it just as an example. So let me see, I think maybe if I put the computer image on something else, I might feel more comfortable. So let's see, can you see outside? Let's see, this is the outside here. Okay, so I'm gonna set it up so you're looking outside without hopefully looking at my laundry and stuff like that. So, all right, beautiful, peaceful tree scene. And what we're gonna do is get comfortable without being slouching, without having to be super uptight or up straight either. Just comfortable. If you are able to, put your feet flat on the ground. Taking a couple of deep breaths in and out. When we slow down our breath, we're telling our body that nothing's wrong and everything's fine, that we can use the oxygen to think, not to be freaking out thinking we need to run away. So slowing down your breath. Now just bringing your attention to the top of your head. Noticing, are you holding any tension around your eyes? And if you can't tell, start by squinting hard and then relaxing, and notice the feeling of being relaxed. And we're going to go down. Next would be our jaw, so clenching our jaw and relaxing our jaw. And we can move on to maybe our face, if we're able to soften how our face feels. Our shoulders, so hunching up your shoulders, feel what it feels like for them to be tense, and then relaxing your shoulders. Checking in with your arms, tensing them and relaxing. And so on. Tensing your abs and relaxing. Tensing your legs and relaxing. And your feet. And so I kind of sped this up a bit just for the sake of not having a most boring video to look at. So we're going to be like just literally going through your body and relaxing, sending the message to your body that everything's fine. We don't need to be stressed. Now, this isn't necessarily, like for some people, this will be like a game changer. And for other people, this will just allow them to even start to do other things that will help with de-stressing. So in an actual program, which I'm hoping to put together soon, I'm not procrastinating, I'm just taking off a little more than I can chew, I guess. We would pair this with then maybe doing some cognitive restructuring, thinking about what are we saying to ourselves and is it helpful, and doing some other things like that. So just trying to calm your body enough to be able to even start looking at your homework, anything like that is kind of the goal for progressive muscle relaxation. So yeah, it's one of my favorites. It's one of those things where it feels awkward at first, but once you practice, it's like anything else. Practicing, you can eventually learn. Just calling my cat up on the bed, seeing if I can introduce you to the cat. It's one of those things where once you learn how to do it in practice, you can really call on it and do it really quickly, like checking in before a test, relaxing. So this is Ramon. He's my cat. Hi, Ramon. Oh, don't knock the computer over. So if you don't have a pet, it's okay. But if you do, they're another way to relax. Focusing on them. Okay, say hi, Ramon. Meow. Get your schoolwork done, says Ramon. Just kidding, he doesn't care. But thanks for joining me today. If you do try this, or if you did try it along, or if you've done it before and you have an opinion about it, I'd love to hear about that. Yeah, so I hope you guys have a good day. Thanks for joining me. And broadcast. I always do this. I speak out loud when I'm like shutting down this program. Okay.